But I guess people are like, oh, why is he so cockeyed? Why is his head why is his head floating a little bit? I'm like, wow, bro. Y'all are attacking anything that, his receding hairline, his eyes is cockeyed. Oh, look at this, bro. Like, I know you guys can see it on mine. Okay, yeah, David's cockeyed. Yeah, funny. These are people that literally don't have any lives.
It's very clear this is like unanimously not liked, because even the people who've consistently been like, oh, James Gunn will get it perfect, James Gunn will figure it out, like, I still believe James Gunn has what it takes to make this movie amazing. Clearly we're saying on all social media platforms, like, that looks bad. You guys, it doesn't look good.
I hate that you have to preface this by saying, I want a good Superman film. Like, I'm not rooting against this, because that's what people hear.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not rooting for this to fail. I'm not asking for this to be a failure or a catastrophe. Like, I want it to be good.
But if Superman's making, like, faces like that in the film, then this will be laughed out at theaters.
Okay. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. I hope that you guys are all doing good. In this video, we're going to break down the whole Superman controversy. Apparently, he's cockeyed. If you ever satisfied a girl, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video. This one is gonna be such a good one.
Superman is literally trending.
Mm.
Good or bad, James Gunn always knows how to keep things he knows how to keep he really knows how to play with the fans.
The internet is undefeated. That's all that I have to say. I told you guys that James Gunn is a retard, but you guys didn't want to listen to me. You guys were like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's the best. He's the greatest of all time. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, okay, he's a good director. Let's see what this phenomenal director has given us.
Because the mere fact that Superman is literally trending and is being talked about so much because of a few last seconds of a teaser is ridiculous. And I'm here to talk about how uninformed and unintelligent most fans and fandom are to actually being a movie director, and when you're using certain lenses, and when you're actually constructing a movie, and how things will look to the naked eye, and how things will look through a cinematography, view or lens or whatever they're doing, depending on how David Cornsweet did look. Even I said that the only thing when I reacted to it, it looks natural. The only thing that would probably look weird to you is, besides because they actually went to what do they call it? Yes, they actually went to Svalbard, Norway, and they were actually out in the cold by the mountains actually shooting this. They were actually in that area, so the only CGI being used is just him really flying. Everything is real. James Gunn even had to come out and state that he didn't use CGI with David. Obviously, the CGI is being used with him flying.
If this was such a successful move, why did he have to come out? I don't even remember Zack Snyder coming out once, not even once, to defend his movie. So it makes no sense to me. And this was your final product? The guy which wrote Scooby-Doo. Let's get that guy to direct the Superman movie. That's what we're doing. The guy which looks like Santa Claus with a movie budget for over $400 million. Let's get that guy. Let's get Father Christmas to direct it. There's nobody else. There's nobody else that could have directed this movie. I'm just saying.
But the location is real as well. Just a little bit addition of CGI through the background of the location they're actually at. And no CGI done on David. It's just the lens. I'll read the tweet, because James Gunn actually had to come out and reply to a tweet from a tweet that somebody made on X. And see, that's again what I love about James Gunn. He's not afraid to defend himself.
Yeah.
And inform people on certain things. again, all right, cool. I understand. They could have gotten something so perfect that it couldn't be analyzed to a point to where someone's gonna complain about it. But at the same time, overall, the teaser was still good. It still looked good to me. It looks beautiful. But I guess people are like, oh, why is he so cockeyed? Why is his head why is his head floating a little bit? I'm like, wow, bro. Y'all are attacking anything that his receding hairline, his eyes is cockeyed. Oh, look at this, bro. Like, I know you guys can see it on mine. Okay, yeah, David's cockeyed. Yeah, funny. These are people that literally don't have any lives. You had to stop.
Oh, the internet is undefeated, man. Oh my gosh. I remember making the video, releasing it, and people were calling me the worst things ever in history. And I was looking through the comment section. I was like, man, am I really that off? All the James Gunn fans were going in on me. You're down on your knees. You're blowing off Zack Snyder. Just go back to my previous video. You're not gonna get any likes. You don't know what you're talking about. And now... But, okay, to be fair, I think this is Bizarro. That's what I think. I think Bizarro is going to appear in the movie, and that is why he looks so, like, weird. So he's playing both Bizarro and Superman. That's what I think is happening here.
This was supposed to be the thing that launched the DCU, and so many people have been just, going on faith that James Gunn was going to get it. Again, even though when he had a superhero fly, he looked goofy. Adam Warlock, people hated that. Yet people keep saying, regardless of James Gunn's body of work, this next thing's gonna be different. And then he gives you exactly what
you expect. Yeah, what you should expect. From his track record, this is what I would expect.
The gun is good. The gun is good.
Yeah. And now I'm waiting for people to say, actually, I love it. I've always loved Adam Warlock.
No, Andy, what are you talking about? He looks great. That flying scene is the best flying scene I've ever seen in my life. You're going to hear people say that, even though there's absolutely no way. Like, if we're looking at the same thing, people, come on.
No, I don't think anybody who's being honest would say that it looks good. I think there's a lot of dishonesty with people want this to be good, and I get it. We all want a good Superman film. We all want good comic book films.
We all want DC to succeed.
Yeah, but if this film keeps going down this path and we continue to see more trickles of things that are like, oh, dude, that's a weird choice. Like, why did they do that? It will be partially on all the enablers, the fault of all the people who, because this was salvageable. Yeah. Like, for instance, right now they could fix his eyes. They could ugly Sonic this thing and say, bro, that's a huge oversight. Like, how did that make it into a teaser trailer?
Right now,
and we could just fix it. We can just digitally have him not have like an eye condition, right? But if people come out and refuse to acknowledge that there's a problem with that face he's making, with his eyes being in different directions, the studio will just leave it. And then when it gets into the theaters and the general audience is like, bro, what was wrong with Superman's eyes?
Or even if they don't recognize it's the eyes and they just feel unsettled because they're like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It's going to be on them. On top of the fact that they could also fix it suit, cough, cough, in post-production if they wanted to. Like, they kept saying everyone was saying they were going to. Will they? I don't know. We'll see.
It's just a constant reminder that you are not doing a service to the characters when you stand up for the studios. When you sit there and you defend the studio's choices, even when they don't really make sense to what you say you want from the character, then you're just giving them license to pump out garbage.
Yeah, it's gonna be trash.
This is the same people who did... This is utterly ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. I'm gonna go to the tweet, actually, where James Gunn even had to defend himself and talk about it. Because by the DC Film News, this is on X as well, saying that James Gunn says 0 CGI was used on David Cornsweet's face in the latest Superman spot. And even I knew that. It's just the motions of it looked kind of... Everything looked weird at that moment from the lens that they were using. He said there's absolutely 0 CGI in his face. people's faces can look different when you put a wide angle lens up close. The background plate in Svalbard is 100% real, as is David, because again, as you can see from the picture where they wrapped up the production, they're actually in that location, shooting, filming, trying to give you selfish motherfreakers.
If you want to reboot this whole Superman thing, get a totally different actor. I'm talking about like Adam Driver. It doesn't really matter who you get, but just somebody which is so far away from Henry Cavill. Okay? Give us something totally different. Don't give us Henry Cavill, but I guess the B version.
Superman looks objectively stupid. He looks hilarious. He looks like Sloth from the
Yeah.
Goonies.
So bad.
His eyes aren't even facing in the same direction, guys.
It's so bad.
That's a bad choice. That the marketing choice to do that is not good. And people are right. Dude, that's going to be a meme. Superman
yes.
looking in different directions, that is already going to be a meme.
I think it is currently a meme. Like, but it'll be a meme forever. On top of, like, I know I had heard in the past, like, they had fired some of their marketing people over at Warner Brothers. I don't know if that was because they were trying to save money and combine positions or what, but this is obviously not going well. Whoever signed off on that needs to be fired.
You know, despite all the hype that's constantly trying to be generated about this film, you have to acknowledge that if you read between the lines, Warner Brothers is very nervous. To have another teaser that just came out of nowhere, it does come across like the
True.
last one didn't have the effect.
Well, no,
that they wanted.
100%. And I feel like they were listening to everyone talking about, like, why don't we actually see him flying?
Yeah.
Like, that should have been the number one thing in the first teaser trailers. You see Superman flying, because that would mean it was hopeful and seeing him excited and maybe smiling. But instead, I feel like this has completely backfired on them because it's worse than the first trailer.
Yeah, I mean, and some people like the first trailer, but I think a lot of people gave the first trailer a pass because it was a teaser. What do you do when there's a second teaser trailer and they make a huge blunder like this? Like, I get that people will say, oh, well, James Gunn's not the one doing the marketing. You don't think he, like, looked at this and said, hey, why is my Superman's eyes not...
Yeah, like, why didn't somebody fix that?
When Batman vs. Superman was on its way out, they released I think it was a trailer, the last trailer, where they showed a little bit too much. That is a problem that you can have when it comes to marketing. You can't have your lead superhero having... He can't have cock eyes. He can't. That doesn't work. That is too controversial. Now people are going to laugh at it. You don't want people to laugh at it. You want people to be like excited about it. You don't want them to look at this like it's this goofy thing, because then they don't take it serious, and then people are going to be like, let me just watch it when it comes to like Netflix or something. That is the problem. They're not building excitement right now. Now they're creating like a stupid meme. And it might look like, oh my God, there's a lot of traffic right now. A lot of people are talking about Superman. It's for the wrong reasons. It's gonna put a lot of people off this movie. If this movie was actually as good as they were saying that it was, they would have just released one trailer. And then it's enough. Then release maybe one when it's 2 months out to hype them again, and then one like the week of. That's it. You don't have to do too much, but now it's like a teaser. It was a teaser trailer to the teaser trailer. And now it's a teaser to another trailer which they're gonna release. It's like, it makes no sense. That doesn't look good. It doesn't, whether people want to admit it or not, the people which are working on it, because when you work on something, you get very emotionally connected to it. And I've noticed this as well. When I'm like editing a movie or whatever, I become like so invested, emotionally invested to it, like, oh my God, this is my darling, right? But after you show it to some people and then you see their reaction and you see like, okay, maybe the certain effects which I put on it doesn't really make sense, then you're like, okay, maybe I should shift a little bit, because you have to listen to also the public. But leave it in the comment section, guys. Like, comment, and share. Tell me what you guys think about cross-eyed Superman, or cockeyed Superman, as they're calling him. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.